What scary gut feeling did you have that turned out to be true? 1. I was watching a movie with my roommate on a hot summer night. In an instant, I went from feeling completely relaxed to hyper alert. I had one thought in my head: close your bedroom window. I looked at my roommate and said, I have to close my bedroom window, and tore off down the hall. When I got into my bedroom, I could see a gloved hand on my window. It was the kind of window that opens out, and you pull it in to close it. There was a guy standing on the railing of our back stairs, trying to pull himself into our house through my window. I screamed. He dropped and ran, and I called 911. The police came with dogs but never found him. We didn't live in an unsafe neighborhood, and sitting in the house with the windows open in the summer wasn't something we ever worried about. I know that God, a guardian angel, or something was looking out for us that night. 2. I woke up one morning after having a bizarre nightmare. I dreamt that I called my boss and told him my youngest son was going to die. My son was only 10 days old at the time, a perfectly healthy, beautiful little baby boy. When I woke up, I felt nauseous from the dream and experienced the worst anxiety I've ever had. I knew intuitively that something was wrong with my son. He didn't show any rare signs or specific symptoms. The only thing that was odd was that he slept a bit heavier than usual that night. I couldn't ignore my anxiety. I checked his temperature and was shocked when it showed 35.1 degrees Celsius. I immediately took him to the ER and soon found out that an enterovirus, a normal winter season virus that gives you a cold, had affected his heart. The room was soon filled with doctors, and my husband and I were asked to leave. 12 hours later, the doctors informed us that the virus had caused our healthy baby serious heart failure, dilated cardiomyopathy, and myocarditis, and that he probably wouldn't make it. They called a priest, and the rest is a blur to me. Our baby was put into a coma on a respirator and was going to be placed on an ECMO, extracorporeal membrane oxygenation, machine. We were transferred to the ICU for infants. After 2 months in the ICU, he suddenly improved. The doctors told us that almost no children survive this virus on the heart because there are no obvious or clear signs, so the parents don't realize something is wrong. They also said that what he survived was theoretically impossible considering how ill he was. They asked me what caused us to seek help, and I told them about my dream. I will never forget the doctor's response: there are some things between heaven and earth that medicine can't explain. Your boy is a living miracle. He turns 5 next year and is almost fully recovered from the heart failure, except for 1/8 of his heart that is permanently damaged. 3. Around 2020, my brother was out with a girl, and I had gone to bed. I had work the next day, and we both still lived with our parents. Late at night, maybe around 11:30 or midnight, I woke up with a terrible feeling that something awful had happened to my brother. It's probably the only time in my life I've experienced genuine panic. I tried calling him on my mobile to no avail and went downstairs to my mom, who was still up at the time. She tried calling on the house phone. She tried to calm me down, but I just knew something had happened. As it turned out, his phone was on silent, and he had taken this girl for a drive. She had just started taking lessons, and he let her drive his car. During the drive, she lost control, and they narrowly avoided a collision. Thankfully, they were both fine, though very shaken, and my brother drove from that point on. Somehow, my out-of-nowhere gut feeling mirrored my brother's life flashing before his eyes. 4. I was downstairs one day, and my daughter was in her bedroom. I suddenly got this strange, indescribable